Hello everyone, I hope you are well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Demi if you are new here. So this is going to be a spirit baby reading. We're going to hop right into the reading. But I just wanted to show you guys because I've been choosing the decks for this reading. But another deck, a handmade one of mine, it just fell off. And then this card is the only one that flipped up. So I'm going to read it for you. It says, "There is always a choice. Where there's a will, there's a way. Dig deep, believe." But what I've been hearing right all this morning is hands on your knees, hands on your knees. And I was being shown like a hot yoga class. So you guys could do hot yoga. And then I was also being shown like a party, but this was a kids party. And all of the kids have got like their hands on their shoulders. They're all following each other. And they're singing that song, follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. That was coming through. So you guys could have done that as kids. I feel like this is connected to the spirit baby. There's going to be a lot of like social activities and social events and gatherings that you guys will go to. Some of you could be event planners, that is coming through. But I feel like some of you would do like hot yoga and they could play like a lot of hip hop and different kinds of music like that, because that's coming through. You know, the music that kind of gets you like amped up, it gets you pumped. That's what's coming through. So what does the collective need to hear right now, Spirit, when it comes to this reading? Thank you. So the first card here says, 1717, Mummy, Daddy, you are a dream. Such a gentle heart that many have tried tearing apart. This is what they don't understand. Purity isn't weak, just as innocence isn't naive. God will always defend the kindness of man. A cold, detached heart knows not of courage or real strength. This test has been an unpredictable length, which you have passed by not blocking your heart. Powerful activations will begin to start. Carry on playing your part. I'll be with you soon around the new moon. When I'm reading this, I was being shown a heart that was really pure and green. And as I'm saying that, my mic has just changed to a green colour. The heart was like a bright green, almost orb, but it's kind of like pulsating. But I was also being shown a heart that has fire coming out of the bottom of it. So you guys have gone through a huge heart activation. I feel like you would have just gone through it. You could still be in the midst of it, but it feels like this heart activation is well and truly like it's ready, it's there. Like your heart is beating in your chest in a whole new way, and you guys will be feeling this. I also do feel like you'll be having a lot of activations coming on board that are connected to, they're talking about love and romance. So maybe if you're with your partner, you could be noticing that your partner is more magnetized to you, or maybe you're more magnetized to them. There's something to do with your magnetism of you guys coming together. And obviously the heart is a magnet, it has an electromagnetic field, and it's like you're pulling your partner towards you in a whole new way, or maybe your hearts are kind of connecting towards each other in a whole new way, like a deepening of your relationship, a deepening of your commitment to each other. Some of you could have an like get the pull to renew your vows if you're married. That's coming through for someone. But it's like a renewing of vows, a renewing of your commitment, a renewing of your love and your bond to one another. It is solidified in a whole new way. And it's like your relationship is really anchored into Mother Earth, into the physical. And again, it's in a whole new way. And then we have here dolphins and whales, mystical tales, the voice of a siren, but I won't lead sailors to the depths. Angelic and heaven sent. Waiting for me is time well spent. I hear you singing me songs. Do you hear me humming along? I send signs through sound waves. Music is ever so powerful. It gets people dancing the night away. Like you and Mummy on that beautiful day, up on Primrose Hill by the yellow daffodils. Yeah, music was coming through very strongly. As I said, I kept hearing hands on your knees, hands on your knees. But it's like you're doing it in some sort of exercise class. So you guys could go to an exercise class and there's like, they're pumping out, they're blasting out like a lot of hip hop, a lot of music that gets everybody moving and gets you bouncing even more, activates you. There's activations going on within your heart, but also your physical body. But I'm also getting that you guys could play this kind of music at your house, like blast it, and it's like when you're cleaning the house, when you're having that cleaning day, when you're cleaning the kitchen, you could like dance around. And I'm literally seeing someone, I've seen like a reel of this where you can get like these kind of like cleaners, these cloths for your feet, and then you can like put liquid on them, water, and it make it all like get the lava, make it all soapy, and you can like go along on the floor and clean the floor this way. That's what I'm seeing. So maybe some of you guys do this when you're cleaning the house, that you make it fun when you do things together like this within your home with your partner. And then we have here cushions, cushions, cushions. I like the way they feel. Soft and squishy. This is not a drill. A male figure is a firefighter. He really doesn't like lighters or smoking for that matter, but he does enjoy a good food platter. I do too. We go on plenty of picnics and take photos of the moon. I'll be due soon. Mummy's been preparing the nest. Daddy's been running lots of tests. Getting ready in your own ways. You're about to be amazed. So from this, I'm just staring at the moon and I'm being shown dreams. So I feel like you guys in the astral realm and through your dreams, you're being shown a specific moon phase or moon cycle that this spirit baby is going to be coming through on. So you could be dreaming of like a crescent moon. It's going to be anything, a waxing or waning gibbous, a full moon, a new moon. You're going to be dreaming of a certain moon cycle. It could also be an eclipse that's coming through of a certain moon cycle. This spirit baby is going to be conceived around that moon cycle, or their due date will be around that moon. But the moon is very, very significant here when it comes to your baby's conception, when it comes to your baby's due date. This deck here, I'm hearing Santeria, and I'm also hearing Orishas. So I feel like you guys could follow that certain spiritual paths. I'm also hearing Gede, I'm hearing Lao, so that's like hoodoo, that's voodoo. It's like African spirituality and Latin America. I'm hearing that kind of spirituality. That's what's coming through. Well, I feel like a lot of you will follow. It doesn't have to be, but that's coming through for somebody. And it's like you're connecting on a deeper level to your ancestors as well through this heart activation. So what does the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? This one. We have here the High Priestess, exactly that. And you see the moon here. The moon is in a crescent, but she's also holding a scroll. And this is obviously given like a nun. I'm hearing nunnery, but a nun vibe is coming through. I feel like you guys, in a lot of your past lives, I feel like you would have followed this spiritual path of being a nun, of being celibate. And then for some of you, you and your partner who you're with now, who you're about to meet, who are going to be having children with, you couldn't be together in past lives because of the spiritual path that one or both of you had chosen. That's coming through for somebody. But you guys could also be dreaming of breasts. You could be dreaming of breastfeeding. You could be very, very drawn to eating like watermelons, mangoes, like, you know, big fruits that kind of look like big breasts. That's what's coming through. You could be drawn to eating those right now, particularly for a lot of you who are women. It's like, and you could even notice that your breasts, maybe they've changed in shape. Maybe they've got a bit bigger. Maybe they're a bit tender at the minute. They're a bit like firm to touch. You know, sometimes when you come on your period and they get a bit sensitive, that's coming through for a lot of you. And that will happen right before you conceive. But you see how she's holding this scroll here. So this is the Akashic Records, the soul's contract. The soul's contract is ready between you, your partner, and this spirit baby for them to now be coming through. You could be seeing storks everywhere, the stork bird. What else do the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? That card also has an 11 on it, so you could be seeing 11 or 1111, because that doorway, that gateway is now opened. It's now divine time for this spirit baby to be coming through. 1717 also came through on the first poem there. And we have here 5 of coins. And you see how straight away I'm staring at how there's a woman. She's kind of like guarding and she's holding her womb. She's holding her belly. And this here, this is giving me Bethlehem vibes. So this is like Mother Mary and Joseph. And this is what is coming through. But it feels like they're in sorrow. So it's like a lot of you guys, you could be in sorrow because you've been trying for so long to conceive. But also you could have experienced like a miscarriage or maybe an abortion in the past. And for some of you, you could have felt like, oh, God's punishing me because I had an abortion when I was younger. That's coming through for someone. That's not the case. That's not true. And these thoughts, they could be coming to the surface because they finally need to be released. But for a lot of you, when you are first pregnant, it's like you're going to guard it. You don't want to tell anyone. It's given the energy of the 4 of Pentacles where they're just clinging on to the money. You don't want to spend it, you don't want to share it. They're saying that it's okay to share this news with the people you trust, the people who are close to you, the people who love you, who you know are going to leap and scream for joy when they find out you have conceived. It's okay to tell these people, but they are saying keep it to yourself for at least, I'm getting a 2, so that can be 2 weeks or 2 months. But I'm also drawn to these 2 bells. They're at the top here. So you guys could be hearing like ringing, hearing certain bells. You could have heard a bell when you were first going through this heart activation. It's like a ding that's coming from the spirit world that you knew that a big shift was about to happen. I feel like you're going to be hearing a bell. Maybe you're going to be seeing a lot of bells right before you conceive. The spirit baby is letting you know that they are coming through. It's like a big announcement. Now I'm being shown one of those huge bells. You know, they have at the top of churches and you have to pull that string and they have like a person who's actually, that's their role, to be ringing the bell. That's coming through for someone. And I'm getting a past life, so maybe in a past life you did this, like you were the bell ringer. I'm hearing there's something about a bell, very, very significant. We have here the 4 of Swords. So you're moving away. You see this wounding. You faced all of your demons. You faced all of your fears. You've really been working on where you have wounds. And it's like the last layers of things are really coming to the surface now, because you can't take them to the new dawn. You can't take them to your new dawn, your new chapter, where this spirit baby will be coming through and joining you. And obviously in life, there's always going to be ups and downs, but there's going to be so much joy and happiness now that is coming through with this child and into the next chapter of your life. It's like you have risen into who you are supposed to be. You've risen into your potential. You're not just, oh yeah, I can see where I have potential. I can see where I could be in like this many years. You know, when people have like a 5-year plan, it's like you're at the end of that 5-year plan now, that you are yourself. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. What else, Spirit? You could be dreaming of swords as well, and like battles and armies. Like you could be having like a lot of strange like nightmare dreams that are coming up. I feel like this is also to do with past lives where you were in a literal physical war. And some of you, with you and your divine counterpart, you could have lost each other to war. For some of you, the woman could have passed away in childbirth, and you and your partner, there could have been this thing at the background where you were almost afraid of actually conceiving and getting pregnant, because there would have been that fear of losing one another, of being separated again. And it's like all of these past life things that were like kind of like lingering and now coming to the surface because they need to be faced. And then we have here Queen of Cups. Beautiful. And this is like who you are stepping into now. This very nurturing, healing energy, regardless of whether you're a woman or a man. You're ready to be the mother and you're ready to be the father. You're ready to leave behind the life of the maiden and the son. Because this is what a lot of people struggle with, and this is where a lot of women will have postpartum depression, because you're being asked now to move into that adulthood, that parenthood. You're being asked to leave behind this single life. Even when you're with your partner, you're leaving behind that single life of you not having children, of you not having these little people, this life that depends on you, of you stepping into your, I'm hearing the big girl, big boy boots, of you stepping into that responsibility. It's going to be a whole new version of you. It's going to call for a whole new version of you, which is why your heart's gone through that activation, because this is true unconditional love. This is that true love. When people talk about like your child is your true love, this is what you'll be feeling, this is what you'll be knowing, and your heart had to be ready. It had to be prepared. And I get one more card from this deck, please, for the collective. What do they most need to hear right now? I keep staring at my mic, and when I stare at my mic, it's changing to the green colour. So you could be seeing green everywhere and like green orbs. Maybe Archangel Raphael is around you strongly at present. But I also do feel like this spirit baby coming through, they do have like green or like a turquoisey colour within their aura. It's giving like this kind of colour over here, like a green turquoise colour. And you could be seeing their light and their orb around you. We have the sun. That is beautiful. And this is the card you want to be seeing when it comes to a spirit baby reading. I mean, you want to be seeing it in any reading. Unless you're asking about X that you don't want back. You don't want it then. But again, that can just mean that there is healing going on. So for some of you, there could be an ex that maybe you already have children with. Because I'm hearing a karmic partner. So you could already have children with a karmic partner. But there's going to be a son coming through when it comes to that. Because it's like you've both matured now. And you're both now you're just focusing, you're prioritizing the kids, which you should be doing. So there's a son that's coming into your life. There's a new joy that's coming into your life. That's for some of you who are already dealing with like a karmic partner, and you'll be meeting someone new, or you're ready with this person and you'll be having a family with them as well. And they're saying that yes, your children that you already have, the blended family, they'll be okay. Because again, there's going to be a lot of joy when it comes to your household. Again, I'm hearing music, so much joy. There's a lot of dancing. It's like getting the body moving. You're really big on getting the body moving. Some of you could be like, maybe you do exercise classes. You could be a personal trainer, but you could just be big on going to the gym and looking after your body, particularly when you have been struggling to conceive, because you know you need to really be looking after your body, and your spirit babies around you will be assisting you with this. I feel like they'll be giving you hints of things they want you eating that can prepare your womb, for those of you that are women. And then for the men, again, you could have dreams of certain, like I'm getting fish and I'm getting seeds and I'm seeing bananas. So certain foods that are connected with the phallus and with sperm, your spirit baby will be guiding you to be eating these things. It's not just about the woman. Just because we have the womb and we grow and we birth the children, the men, the sperm count, the man's health is very, very important, because that's the sperm that they're fertilizing. You guys could be seeing like certain birds everywhere. I forget what they're called, but it's the bird that kind of like, it doesn't even look like it's flying. It kind of just like goes with the wind. We have them here in the UK. I don't know what they're called, but you could be seeing these birds. I'm staring at this here. I'm hearing a kite. Like that's how they fly. They kind of just glide through the air. That's what I'm seeing. This deck. This one. What do the collective most need to hear right now? Can I get a few cards from this deck, please, Spirit? I'm seeing the word believe. Believe. We have here Hermit. And you see how he kind of looks like in sorrow, like the card with the Bethlehem star. So this is where I'm hearing and seeing the word believe. Because you will conceive, you will be bringing the spirit baby through Earth's side, because it's part of your destiny. It's part of your counterparts of destiny to be bringing this child, all these children coming through. Because many of you will be having more children. Some of you, I feel like you already have children. I'm staring at the square. And they're talking about how you would have been made to feel like you had to be that square when really you were a cycle, or maybe a circle, or maybe you were a triangle, or maybe you were a star, but people wanted you to be this square. They wanted you to kind of fit into this box and you didn't. And you're closing out that cycle now. So again, don't worry if you've been feeling in this energy kind of like down in the dumps and in that sorrow. Obviously, you want to be asking the Most High to lift this. But it's because there is these last layers of things that are coming to the surface. And you are being called to sit with it. And then you're going to release it like you see here. You see this light coming out of his center, out of his chest. You're going to release it because your heart is going to push it off. Your heart is going to let it go. Your heart is really and truly going to let go and let God. You're closing out a really, really huge cycle that is connected to past lives. So also be giving yourself grace. And while I've seen someone kind of like hug themselves, and maybe Spirit want you to hug yourself, but it's more like on an energetic and spiritual level. They want you to hold this space for yourself and know that you've got your back. But also I feel like you and your partner could be being very lovey-dovey with each other, because again, there's a magnetism that is pulling you guys together. And even those of you who have got karmic partners who you're still dealing with because you have children, that dynamic is going to shift as well. And again, there's going to be this magnetism where you guys are going to prioritize the kids, what's best for the kids. And it's like your higher selves are going to be connecting more and understanding why you came together and why you were contracted to have kids in this lifetime. We have here servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. That's the light attribute. The shadow attribute, using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. I'm staring at the steps. There's steps here. There was also steps in another card that I was staring at, the sun card. Again, they keep saying it's like you're moving away from this grey life, or this kind of like hell energy. This energy where you're always being psychically attacked. This energy where you're like, oh, what next? Like you're waiting for the next thing to come in to annoy you and piss you off. You're moving away from that energy and you're moving into the sun. This is what's coming in for you now. Maybe you felt a bit like a servant, like you were God's servant, like you were just around for other people to assist other people with their dreams. And Spirit is saying, no, you will get your dream. You're here to be the main character for yourself too. But there was karma and there was karmic contracts and a lot of clearing that you guys had to do, because a lot of you are in a last lifetime. This is a very significant lifetime. You're in a last lifetime for your soul, for the end of a huge cycle. So this cycle, again, they keep saying it's connected to past lives. It's connected to your soul, which is where it was very, very heavy for you growing up and moving through life. Because a lot of you have been through a lot of crap. And you're finally moving away from that death and you're coming into your sun. And again, your ancestors on the other side are rejoicing. I keep hearing Gede and Lao. So that, again, that's connected to hoodoo and voodoo. We have here child divine. This is your spirit baby that will be coming through. They're full of so much joy. They're very giggly. They're very cheeky. They're heaven sent. I'm literally hearing heaven sent. They are heaven sent. I'm hearing well behaved as well. And not in terms of when they're saying well behaved and it's connected to the heaven, they're still going to be cheeky. They're still going to push your boundaries and your buttons. But they're well behaved in terms of being connected to their heart and their moral compass. They're going to know right from wrong. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to be naughty when they're a child and when they're growing up. Because that's like the human side of being a child. They're there to come through and be cheeky and kind of test your boundaries and push things to the limit to see what they can get away with. That's also a sign of intelligence in the child. They're going to be very, very intelligent. So they're not going to trust something just because an authority says, oh, I'm bigger than you, I'm older than you, this is the way, this is how it goes. They're going to be like, what does my heart say though? They're going to be very in tune to their heart, which is where your heart also has to be activated. Can we get a few cards from this deck for the collective? What do they most need to hear right now? A lot of you are going for a crown activation, so you're seeing a lot. It's particularly in your dreams. You're seeing a lot and you know a lot right now. We have here, Mama, Daddy, can you please clear your energy? I'm trying to talk to you, but you can't hear me. This is that kind of wallowing energy. I lost the other card. where you're kind of down in the dumps and putting your head down. You know, like the Four of Cups energy. It's like that. There's a lot of fours coming through. So know you can lean into your angels. Know that you are protected. Know that you are loved. And know that you are at the end of a cycle. There is a lot going on within your soul, which means that your physicality and your human side, it kind of needs to play catch up. That's where the sorrow is coming from. It's your human side. It's not coming from your soul, because your soul knows that you're about to step into this. You're really and truly connected to who you are and to source. You're about to break free into this. Break free is very significant. You could be signs everywhere, seeing signs everywhere that say freedom or say break free, like on billboards and things like that. I'm seeing like a barcode. And again, Spirit, we're talking about break free. So you're breaking free from like consumerism. You're breaking free from the rat race. You're breaking free from the illusions of this material density and world. And you're connecting more to your higher self and your soul. And this is where you're going to move out of this energy where you may have been down dumps, like, oh, I just want to be pregnant now. Like, why isn't my child here already? You're going to be moving away from this because you're going to understand they need to be coming through on a specific date. And it's part of your destiny. So obviously God has taken into account biological clocks and our biology. Because obviously human beings, we can't, like, there's a reason, like, 60, 70-year-olds don't necessarily be having children. Well, unless you're a man, but even then the sperm count goes down. So they have taken into account when it comes to biology, for those of you who are older and you're worrying about that. We have Mama, Daddy, guess what? I learned how to make the lights flicker. It was me. They needed a more mature parent, one who has been around the block and has gone through a lot of experiences and holds a lot of wisdom and takes accountability for when they do make mistakes. A lot of these souls coming through, they chose to have older parents. I'm talking like 30s, 40s. They chose to have parents who were older. So look out for the lights flickering, particularly when you first enter rooms and when you're thinking about your spirit baby, or maybe you're in this kind of like sorrow wallet energy, like because I'm seeing someone look at a pregnancy test and it says not pregnant. The light could flicker. That's your spirit baby letting you know, no, it's not happened today, but it will happen. I am coming through. It will happen. For a lot of you, it feels like it's soon, but you could be in a disbelief energy, particularly if you've been trying to conceive for a while. I'm seeing a decade. So 10 years you could have been on this journey. For some of you, you could have been on an IVF journey as well. What else, Spirit? Or maybe you just knew for the past 10 years you're supposed to be having a child and they would be coming through. And maybe you thought they would be coming through a lot sooner. This one. We have here, Mama, Daddy is going through a spiritual awakening. Remember how much space you wanted during yours. So some of you guys, before this magnetism happens with you and your partner, you could feel a disconnect. And they're saying the disconnect needs to happen for a reconnect to happen. Because again, you're going to be deepening when it comes to your bond. Like, it's going to be that point when you're like, that's my person, they're not going anywhere. You could have already had that point, but you're going to have another point. This is my person, they're not going anywhere. This deck. What else does the collective need to hear? Can I get a few messages from this deck, please, Spirit? You guys could be dreaming of space. And I'm also being shown Bermuda Triangle. We have tend in the future. Some of you could be 26, or maybe you'd been trying to conceive since you were 26. Tend in the future. Some of you also, you could have had your first child if you've already got kids. Some of you could have had like 2 kids. You could have been around 26. Some of you could also have been teenage parents. And there's something about tubes being tied. So maybe you had your tubes tied and now you're wanting to conceive again with this divine counterpart, with this new partner. Yes, this spirit baby will be coming through. You know this, but you need to really sink and surrender into that belief and into that truth. It is part of your destiny to be bringing more souls through. For a lot of you, it's going to be 2 more children than the ones you already had. And for some of you, will be having 2 children in this lifetime. You could be seeing foxes everywhere. But again, you see this green, this beautiful royal green colour. This is the colour of your heart right now. You're very, very tapped into the abundance of your heart. The magnetism and the confidence within you is going to be really powerful, very striking. I feel like there's something about your appearance that's going to shift. It's your aura. It's going to shift and you're going to be looking very, very striking. You'll notice that people will be coming up to you and will be staring at you. Particularly when you have conceived, because I'm staring at her belly here. I love how she's holding this plant pot right by the belly, right by the womb. And these beautiful flowers have bloomed. So you will have your spirit baby. They will be coming through. We have the creation of light. Again, you've got this beautiful green and this turquoisey colour. The turquoise colour keeps coming through. I keep seeing it. It could be a favourite colour of yours. Some of you could have turquoise nails at the moment. That's coming through for somebody. But this is the energy you hold. This beautiful, you see this beautiful light, and I love how it's a lotus flower, and then this light is coming out of the lotus flower, because that's you guys. You grew from the muck and the dirt, and you've grown into something very graceful, very beautiful. But you also have that feisty side. You also have that Kali Ma side, that Arez side. You're not afraid to go to war. You're not afraid to be God's strongest warrior. There'll be no moaning. You know, people moan. They're like, I don't want to be God's strongest warrior anymore. I don't want to be on the front lines anymore. You won't be moaning anymore, because you know who you are. You remember who you are fully. So you know you've got that armor. You know you've got these spiritual tools. You know you're good. You know that God and your ancestors, your spiritual court, have your back, and you've got your back. Your partner's got your back, and it's vice versa. We have Night's Vigil. Prepare and get ready. As I'm saying that, look at the armor. And it has the cross on, it has the Christ consciousness on, the mark of the sun. You guys are marked of the sun. You are anointed, you are chosen. You're really remembering who the fuck you are. And look at all this beautiful light streaming through. You could be noticing light is going to be hitting you in a certain way. Or like when the sun just beams on your face, again, it's just going to hit you in a certain way. Because it's like it's connecting, it's activating with this mark. And being shown Harry Potter, and where he has that mark on his forehead that he got from the unconditional love of his mum protecting him. This is what is coming through, and you're remembering you're protected by your ancestors like this. Your ancestors could have saved your life numerous times. You guys could have had like supernatural experiences. Because I'm seeing someone kind of like crossing a road, and it's like you didn't realize a car was coming that fast, or it could have been a motorbike. You know those motorbikes that kind of have the two, like it has the seat and the motorbike. I'm seeing that, but it was coming really, really fast. You thought you had more time to cross the road, but it's like something pushed you. It almost felt like the wind just kind of ushered you across the road. And even the driver could have looked back and been like, what the fuck? Because they thought they was about to hit you and about to slam on the brakes. But then all of a sudden you was across the road. That's coming through for somebody. What else, Spirit? Archangel Michael will heavily be around you at present as well. We have Gethsemane, if that's how you say it. Darkest hour, strength arrives. It's the Holy Grail. And this is what you were used to being in. This greyness, this hell, this dark, this, oh, what next, what next, what next. I always have to be dealing with something. I said what nest. I meant to say what next. So your nest is coming in. And they're saying get your nest ready, because these spirit babies are coming through. But some of you could be having a multiple birth. But you got the Holy Grail, the cup runneth over. And this is that beautiful light that you hold within yourself. And this is that beautiful light that will be held within your spirit baby. At the bottom of this deck, we have the Ankh, key to life. This is what you've tapped into, the key to life. You've tapped into the gold that is held within you. The divine spark of God that is held within your soul. Again, look out for the birds that kind of just glide. They don't necessarily flap their wings. They just glide through the air. Because that's coming through. You could be dreaming of this. But this is what you're doing now. You're just gliding. And you know the wind's going to carry you. You know your ancestors, because they are the wind. They're going to carry you to your destination and where you need to be. The water is very significant as well. It's that I'm hearing cup runneth over, cup runneth over. You're about to be having tears of joy. You're going to cry in a way that you've not cried before. Tears of joy. There was balloons at the bottom of that deck. That's significant for someone. We have a white dove. The sign is always a white dove. My guides always say the sign is always a white dove. And pick up your spiritual tools and fight. And this is what you guys have been doing. You could be seeing photos of white doves everywhere. We have TV commercials. So maybe it's on TV, or maybe when you're scrolling through social media, you're going to be seeing these certain birds. Or seeing the word freedom. The word freedom keeps coming through, because you guys are free. You are that sovereign being now. We have Pixar that fell on the floor. You could also be drawn to watching like a lot of anime or cartoons or animations that you watched as a child. It's like you're getting prepared and you're wanting to share these things with your child when they're a bit older. And some of you could have an old cassette. I'm seeing a cassette. And you know, like the tape, the old style tapes, or the, what are they called? The videos. But they had the two circles, and sometimes you could kind of wind them. When that black elastic bit came out, that's coming through. I can just see someone winding it up. So you guys could have had your childhood in the 80s or in the 90s. We have a puppy here. You could also be dog lovers or pet lovers. Puppy is coming through. This mark, you could be seeing this paw mark everywhere. That's your spirit babies. They're letting you know they're coming through. Again, some of you could be having multiples. I'm also seeing a heart. We have here a snail. And where things had been moving at snail's pace, things are really about to pick up. These spirit babies, they're coming through. They're coming through fast. They're coming through strong and they're coming through fast. Can I get one more spirit baby sign, please, for the collective? Jeez. Okay, we've got two. We've got glitter. I'm getting this as orbs. And again, I'm seeing greens. I'm seeing greens. You could also be seeing orange, kind of like a gold or like a fire that is coming through. This is your spirit baby around you. You could also catch these orbs on like photos, particularly when it's a photo of you and your partner. Of you and the dad or the mum. We have here red bird. Again, birds are very, very significant. And kites. I keep being shown a kite when I'm thinking of this bird. Maybe that's in its name. I'm not sure. Did you want some charms or dice? They want dice. Both. We'll do charms after. Gonna get 4 dice. So the first one here is... It looks like a tall pot for the garden. You know, like a watering can and a tall pot. You've been watering yourself and you now have the tools that you are ready and prepared to be having children, to move into this parenthood, or to be adding more children to the family you already have. You are ready. You know, sometimes people say you can never truly be ready. You are ready. And it's like you hold that knowing, that confidence. You are ready for this. You're armored up. You're geared up. You're ready to go. We have here... looks like a fishing rod. Yeah, fishing. So maybe you guys do fishing, or maybe your partner does, because I'm seeing kind of like a little boy and a dad or a granddad fishing together. So maybe you or your partner did this when you was younger. You could also be like big on eating fish, or like pescatarian. We have here, it's a gift box, and you're about to receive a gift, and this gift will be this baby. It will be conception. They are coming through, and they I'm hearing, yes, worth the wait, worth the wait. This one, we have a paintbrush. It's like you have a blank canvas now and you're painting this beautiful scenery. You're painting the sun card. This is what your life is going to be next, the sun card. It keeps coming through. They keep bringing it up. So much joy, so much happiness. Moving away from that darkness and the what's next, what have I got to deal with next? No more drama. Did you want some charms? Yeah, let me pause because they're loud. Okay, so charms we have here. We have the bunny head and the bunny ears. So you could be seeing bunnies everywhere. Obviously, they represent spring and a rebirth and Easter. I'm getting Easter. So Easter could be very, very significant. And then we have here, and in the future, I'm hearing Easter in the future. So maybe you guys, well, I'm hearing Lent. I believe Lent has started now. Maybe you guys have given something up for Lent. But Easter in the future, I feel like you'll be doing like Easter egg hunts within your garden, within your home for your children. We have a lollipop here that is coming through. Some of you guys could have a sweet tooth. But I feel like these spirit babies will also have a sweet tooth. And again, we've got another kind of like a similar pattern. This just looks like a sweet. You know, kind of like a marshmallow, a similar pattern. So maybe they're going to love sweets that are of that pattern. And I feel like a lot of you are against food dyes. I'm hearing Nara Smith. So maybe you're going to try and make these sweets in like marshmallow from scratch, because I'm being shown Nara Smith. And then we have here, it's a spaceman and he's holding a star. And space was coming through. I feel like space came through earlier. I don't remember though. I forget what I channel once it's come out, but space is coming through. There could be a space theme that you do for like one of your children in the future. That was it. It was Bermuda Triangle. So maybe you guys are very, very intrigued by the astral realm and by the Bermuda Triangle. Again, the Bermuda Triangle, it's a portal. And it's like this spirit baby holds keys to certain portals. They're going to be teaching you guys a lot when it comes to quantum leaping and timeline jumping. I'm being shown Doctor Who now. So like time travel. They're going to be teaching us a lot about time travel. We have a bow and it's a blue and a pink. It's got a pink little bauble here. So again, those of you that will be having multiples, you could be having both like a boy and a girl. And we have another star here. This is like a medal. And I do feel like a lot of these spirit babies, because they hold that star energy, they're that main character energy. And they're not going to have like hang-ups and these wounds and these complexes. They're going to have to spend their whole teenagehood and adulthood healing, because you guys are going to raise them right, because you've done this work, because you hold the key. They wanted me to show you this again. You hold the key. Some of you could be wearing that jewelry right now watching this, or maybe you're wearing a cross. We have these two masks, like masquerades. To me, this is giving like laughing, like two kids joined. So it could be twins that is coming through, multiple birth, it keeps coming through. And they're both going to be very joyful, very, very happy, like two peas in a pod. When it comes to this sun energy that's about them, but very different in their personalities, but very similar in their essence and in their nature. We have here balloons. Balloons are at the bottom of the signs deck. So that these balloons are coming through. So I feel like this is a baby shower that people will be holding for you. Again, it could be free. It could be triplets. And then we have here a boat with 2 stars on. Again, and you see it's got the pink and the blue. So again, it's giving multiples of both a boy and a girl. But they really and truly, they're going to hold the star energy. They want you to know, they're really confirming it. We are the stars. We are the stars, and we're coming down. And I'm being shown a night sky with these stars, and they're coming down and being born through women. They're about to birth the stars, I'm hearing. We have, if I can pick it up, this looks like a scarecrow, yeah. So you guys have really activated your light and your dark, your demonic and your angelic, because every human holds both of these currents within them. If people lie and say, I don't have demonic currents within me, I don't have this shadow within me, they're lying and they haven't done the work. But you guys have. So to some people, you appear as the scarecrow, particularly when once you've had these children, it's going to be that mama and papa bear. Very, very protective. That king of the jungle, that lioness, very protective of your cubs, of your children, and rightly so. Because this world isn't always safe for children. I think this is a sloth. Yeah, the sloth is coming through. You guys could be coming from a country. I said coming, so maybe you're moving to somewhere else, but you could come from a country originally that has sloth, that has these animals, because we don't have these in the UK unless you go to a zoo. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah. So that's all the message that's coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there, and I'll see you in another video.